Greetings, everyone. Hi, I am Yeshua, the co founder and the co creator of Sunco for Divinity Administration. I am a spiritual advisor, Reiki Master teacher, as well as an inspirational speaker. My whole focus, or should I say, our focus, is to assist others in cultivating their own spirituality. I use the word us because it's never I that doeth the work, but it is the divine that is within me that does the work. I'm just a channel. However, I wanted to come on this morning simply because uh, I needed to do. I was encouraged by one of the readers. I don't know her name, but she said, it's time for you to win out loud. Hmm? You know, so many times in life, especially as a light worker, we feel like we should not speak too boldly or boast too much about the goodness of our lives, is as if we don't want nobody to see that, or we feel guilty that we even showing it because we have a wrong concept of how a healer or a light worker should be presenting or conducting themselves. Well, I'm here to say, since I've been given the green light by that young lady, um, I'm going to go ahead and have this win out loud. There was a few years back. Matter of fact, let me put it this way. I've been living in this area for almost 5 years, perhaps. And when I got here, I never really had a desire to purchase a home. Never had a desire, simply because I was always moving about. I'm a traveling woman. Well, I was a traveling woman or a traveling girl during that time. But as you get older, you tend to get settled in your ways and settle down within your own body. Now, there are a lot of people that may say, no, no, I want to travel. I'm 60, 70. Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, for me, I have traveled quite a bit in my days. I have traveled quite a bit. So, when I think about traveling, I'm like, hey, if you're not going to go to another country and live there for at least a year, um, what's the sense of going? You never really get the full substance of the culture itself. You're just a tourist. I'm not a tourist. I'm not a tourist. Um, and I don't too much care for anything to be commercialized. I like to experience the the I want to use the word ethics, but that's not the word that I need to use. I want to experience the authenticity of a space and a place when it comes to traveling. So I have had the opportunity to go to places and live there for a year or perhaps more years, and that has suited me very well. I have no need to travel. I have no need to look at somebody else's culture. Um, am I against it? No, but that's not what this is all about. So, going back, I was given a green light to go ahead and win out loud. Now, I had mentioned I've never had a desire to purchase a home, never, because of my traveling appetite, or my appetite to travel and move about. So I had this one individual to come into my life who I to this very day think and sense that they had entities. They had a certain entity on them. Now, and this entity was contrary to my whole divinity. But this is the thing: when you are a healer and a light worker, these things must come into your life to assist you in cultivating your spirituality as a healer, as a spiritual advisor, as a Reiki master teacher. It it happens. It happens. And it's almost like the universe sends these people into your life with these entities to be a part of your initiation. Huh? To be a part of your initiation. Nevertheless, this person, they came into my life and they had so much baggage, and it was I've never experienced a a person such as this. I've never in my whole life experienced such a person as this. Matter of fact, I've the way this person conducted them their self, I've seen on TV. I never thought it could that type of behavior could reside within one individual. Nevertheless, um, this person comes into my life. And of course, when individuals come into your life and they have these entities with them, a lot of times they do not know, but a lot of times they do know. But what I want to say is that when they come into your life, they come into your life to challenge who you are or who you say you are. They come into your life to push the boundaries of your life, just to test and see if you are standing 10 toes down on your boundaries. So this individual comes into my life and they have all this baggage, and their whole agenda, first of all, was for me to finance their bad behavior. Mm? And then on top of that, on top of financing their bad behavior, they wanted to move into the home in which I was living in. Huh? But this is a twist right here. This is a twist. This person, I mean, they consider themselves to be somewhat of a realtor, you know, a real estate agent. And I couldn't fathom how a real estate agent was in the situation that this person was in. I just couldn't fathom. But nevertheless, once I made it very clear that they were not moving in and I was not going to allow them to move in, I was not going to finance any of their behavior, then they start coming in with little comments to intimidate, to discount, devalue, and put down, simply because they had an outside supply that they were going to go to. So before they go to that supply, they want to discount, devalue, belittle, and put you down before they go there. That's their whole, since they couldn't break you down one way, they're gonna come out another way. So a lot of the things that this person was doing was, attacking my character in a lot of ways. But as I look back on that situation, that person was not attacking my character. However, that person was assisting my character in the elevation and the expansion of my consciousness. It was assisting me, but they didn't know that, and I didn't know it at the time. I was like, where does these people come from? Anyway, nevertheless, one day the person said to me, you're too smart to be renting." Now, mind you, this person don't have a place to sit in, let alone lay their head in. How they say it? A pot to piss in, or in a window to throw it out of. They didn't have any of these things. Okay, but they had the audacity to tell me that I was too smart to be renting. Well, me and that individual, I'm gonna call that individual Black. Me and that individual, we we finally severed ties and went our way. And I'm gonna come back and I'm actually going to break that situation down because it's a part of the initiation. And I'm sure that someone who is a healer or who is on the path of cultivating their spirituality is going through the same thing or they're getting ready to go through the same thing. So I'm just here to be somewhat of a coach and advisor to coach you through the process. And hopefully, what I tell you, you will adhere to it or at least look into it. But nevertheless, this person had the audacity, Black had the audacity to tell me that I was too smart to be renting. And I looked at them and I was like, this is not making sense to me. You don't even have a house. You call yourself a real estate agent. You don't have a house. You don't have a bed to lay in. You're, you know, not, and I'm not punching down. I'm not punching down. I'm just saying. I was comparing. I'm like, how can you say that? But again, this individual's whole agenda was to move in so that I can finance their behavior. Okay. So it didn't happen. We severed ties, we went our ways. So after they left, I had to go through this whole process of transmuting the energy and just cleansing myself. And I happened to run across someone. Matter of fact, I ran across a young man. We were having a conversation. I was telling him that I rent, and I was telling him where I live. And he was like, "Oh man, you're just throwing your money away." Okay, but it's the way he said it. He said it from a place of concern and a place of compassion and consideration of just who he knew I was. That's how he said it. So I was like, of course, I'm trying to find excuses to get out of it. And then as time goes on, I meet a young lady who tells me, I tell her that I'm renting. I tell her how much I'm paying for rent. Not that anything is wrong with renting. Let me get that. Nothing is wrong with renting. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about my experience. She said to me, after I told her how much I was paying, she said to me, "Well, you ain't doing nothing but sharing walls with people." And when she said it, it's like, boom, like I just woke up. I just woke up, and when I awakened to that one truth, I could not go back to sleep. And then I began to experience the discomfort of sharing walls with people. I began to realize that my secrets are not my secrets. My prayers and contemplation, my meditations, they're not my secrets. They're not private. Everybody hears them. Just like somebody is hearing this right now, right? So I said, you know what? Okay, let's do it. I'm ready to move. The universe almost like the universe was waiting for me to like, about time, like, woo, we are so glad you made it to this space and place within yourself. My ancestors, spiritual guides, and I am so beloved of them all, known and unknown. And the minute that I made that decision, the universe conspired, orchestrated, and brought all people together to support the movement. Now, I'm going to say this. I had a friend or a veteran, and I'm also a veteran, to tell me, she said, hey, I bought a house. This is who I used. She gave me the young lady's name. Her name is Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh. I was like, Yahweh? Yeah, Yahweh. I was like, Yahweh? Yeah, Yahweh. So the minute I got that, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time. It's time because the universe is bringing all people together to support my desire. And then I had to rearrange some things on my credit report, and I finally got a lender through Freedom Mortgage. Oh my God, Freedom! Boom! I'm like, it couldn't be nobody else but Freedom. So so today is December the 3rd. Today I will be closing. No, not even closing. I closed on my house yesterday. Today I will be moving to or moving into my new home. Moving into my new home. So this is what I want to say. When you're going through something with a person, place, or thing, you might not, you are not going to be prepared or ready for whatever the universe wants to give you. Hold on.